So why is it straight for a man to date a transgender woman?
Because they're a woman.
Okay. What is a woman?
Presenting female.
Going around the table on this, I guess. What is a woman?
A woman is born a woman. I don't know. Cisgendered woman. Cisgendered woman. I don't know.
Presents as woman.
A human female.
Someone with a vagina.
Presents as a woman.
A female that can procreate, create life.
Sure.
Same as she said.
Okay. Is a transgender, I'm just going to go ahead. I don't actually believe this, but just for the sake of the conversation, I'm going to go ahead and grant that a transgender woman is a woman. Is a transgender woman female? Lucy, starting with you.
I guess biologically, no. But if it's all in the brain, which is what's controlling these meat sacks, then I feel like yes.
Meat sacks.
That's what our bodies are, dude. We're all just
love that
noggin.
term.
We're all just noggin. We just happen to be given the avatar that we're given. If you believe, like, I don't know. If God doesn't make mistakes, then why would trans people even exist in the first place? Like if they weren't supposed to be.
I'm not making a religious argument. I'm making a secular argument.
Okay, then I'm just gonna shut up.
Okay. So, is a transgender woman female?
I said not biologically, but mentally, yes.
You can't mentally change your sex.
They're born female even if they're born in the wrong body.
So
Wait, hold on.
The soul fairy stuffing the wrong souls in the wrong bodies.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so
I can't even begin to explain what that experience is like because I am not trans.
doesn't well.
Well, how do you know Brian's not trans?
Because Brian isn't trans. Because Brian hasn't been.
You didn't ask me my pronouns.
No, come to think of it, you didn't ask me my pronouns.
You just assumed everybody's gender.
Non-disclosing prior to carnal knowledge is grape.
You could actually make an argument for that.
Yeah,
it could
that's
be.
fair.
It could technically be essay. But anyways, so I guess going around the table, is a transgender woman female?
Biologically, no. But I do think a trans woman is a woman.
Biologically.
Really?
Hold
He
on.
just
I just
All
granted it. Just to.
All right.
Exact same stance as her on that.
Okay. So
Biologically, yeah. Biologically, no. Mentally, yeah.
So not female. Well, so
Yes.
her stance. Mentally, you can be female. What's the difference between woman and female?
The sex you're born with versus the sex that you present as.
Okay, but like, how would you mentally be female? I don't understand.
Well, if you believe, like the way that you were talking about earlier about how like women and men have different wants and different beliefs and different like ways of thinking and different priorities. If someone who is born biologically male thinks like a woman, then they are a woman. And if they want to be presenting as a woman,
What does that mean to think like a woman? Like, how could you ever know?
because they enjoy expressing themselves as a woman.
So they could be feminine, but how?
It's different though, wanting to be perceived as a woman,
what does
wanting
it
to be
mean-
seen that way.
What does it mean to think as a woman versus think as a man? Like, can you actually articulate what that even means?
Well, I don't know what it's like to think as a man. I mean, I know that I've wanted to spend a day in a man's shoes. I know that I've definitely questioned that before, but I don't believe that I'm trans. And some people have a really strong belief of that.
Can a transgender woman be female?
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, so going to you, and you two were the ones who said that it's straight for a man to date a transgender woman. How would it be straight?
If a straight man would be okay with the fact that they are trans, which means that they're not transphobic, then yes, it's straight. If they are not okay with it, and if they don't want to describe it as straight, then that's fine
So it's
for them.
actually
Wait,
trans.
so someone won't have sex with a trans person, they're transphobic?
No.
I thought you said they were, sorry, I
actually heard that the same way.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay.
If you don't believe that a trans woman is a woman, then you are transphobic. So if you don't believe that dating a woman who is trans
What if I don't believe it's
is
a
straight,
female?
then that's transphobic.
Wait, so hold on.
If you don't believe in Christianity, you're Christphobic.
Sure. But I believe in
Shut up,
Christianity to an extent.
Christophobe. Stop oppressing me, Christophobe. Stop it. You're an oppressor. How does that make you feel to oppress Christians like this?
Feels great.
Christophobia.
Feel
I
great.
got a lot to get through, so.
Gotta move on.
Okay, so straight. Short, would you agree? Short form slang for heterosexual?
Yes.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay. So ignoring gender, because we're talking about sex here, and mind you, heterosexuality, homosexuality. This points to the sex that you're attracted to, not the gender. This is the definition. We could look it up. Sexual preference, etc. So a male and a male engaging in sex is
Gay,
okay.
right?
A male and a female engaging in sex is
Straight.
okay. So a male with a transgender woman who's a male, that would then be
Straight.
how would that
Because
be?
they're trans, because they made the transition.
But it points to their sex. You did agree that a transgender woman is male, correct?
No, that's not what I said.
No,
I said
I'm pretty-
biologically
Yes,
they were born one way, but
yes,
they changed.
biologically, yeah. Two males having sex is not straight.
Okay.
Whether-
I mean, I guess you could call it a queer relationship then.
No, but you can't
Right.
call it straight.
Okay, sure. You can't call it straight, but maybe you'd call it queer. It wouldn't be,
Sure,
and,
fine,
and
I'll
it wouldn't be
grant that,
inherently homosexual.
But it can't be straight.
I mean, I've definitely seen straight people date
They're
gay
not
people.
straight. You
Well,
said
then
what?
that's your
You're doing,
definition.
Like reverse, so like to my understanding, you're like, okay, so 1 + 1 = 2, but 1 + 1 + 1 plus this number, like this is how my brain
Would
is
equal
looking at
1
it.
+ 1 + 1 plus
So
whatever
you're
those other numbers are, and then it
Because
would
you're
equal
just
that
saying,
ultimate number.
okay, you're telling her about this analogy. Gay, like man with a man equals homosexual. A man with a woman is heterosexual. But a man with a hetero man with a transgender woman, he's gay.
Yes,
because,
he's gay.
But he likes women.
But he
Hang on.
likes women.
Let me just
because
ask you a
she's
simple
woman.
question. Your best friend, let's assume for a second he's a man.
Okay.
He comes to you and he says, "Hey, I just sucked this really hot woman's dick." Hang on. I just want to make sure, right? He says, "I just sucked this really hot chick's dick." Now, is that guy gay?
First and foremost,
I just want to answer my question.
No.
No. Okay. So if you suck a woman's dick, you're not gay. I just want to make sure I got that right.
do you know there's like
Can
what-
you just answer my question?
No.
No. Okay. And so your best friend comes to you. I just sucked this hot woman's dick. He's not gay?
No.
Okay.
I have a coworker who's intersex, and him and his wife are in a
Most
straight
trans people are
relationship.
not intersex.
You don't know any intersex person
isn't
who's a female
intersex.
has a penis? You don't know a single one?
What?
You don't know a single
I don't know what his
intersex?
genitals are, and I don't care.
Here, how about this? Really simple. Really simple. So we'll just go ahead and grant you intersex. Fine, they're straight. The 99% of the other trans people who are not intersex, then that.
See, I feel like-
are you willing to concede that would not be straight?
I feel like I have to, otherwise I'm just gonna be like, you guys are just gonna keep
No,
firing
you don't
at
have
me.
to.
Well, I do, because I have my opinion on it, and my
What's your-
opinion
yeah,
apparently
what's-
is not right.
Yeah, your-
my opinion is that it's straight.
Yeah, we disagree with your opinion.
Yeah,
That's
you're-
true.
So then why can't I just have my opinion? You're not
You
gonna change my
can't.
mind.
But I don't.
Well, that's weird, though. So that is weird.
Why is that weird?
Well, if somebody says I have my opinion, you can't change my mind, but they admit that what they have is just an opinion, there actually should be saying my mind can be changed. My
Well, your
opinion,
mind could be changed.
Your mind can't be changed.
Why can your opinion not be changed?
It can. I don't know what the own was there. It can.
I'm so
I'm
confused.
just yeah because
I'm just
you
it's so
guys
confused.
are saying you're over here and you're talking to Lucy and you're just like, okay, well, I'm trying to instill this type of logic into your brain so you can understand
Well, there's
that.
only one type of logic.
I would disagree.
I conceded that it could
You would
possibly be
disagree
queer.
that there's multiple
but
types of
I do
logic?
but it's straight.
Logic is universal, but this aside, let's assume for a second there's multiple types of logic. I just want to make sure I got this right.
I don't
And
want
this
to
is
talk
we
about
can just
logic.
leave it
I wanna
right here.
talk
We can
about
just leave it
I
here.
want to talk about the
Look,
transgender.
we can leave it right
situation.
here. Okay, here it is. If your friend told you he just sucked a chick's dick, he's straight. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
No.
then that's it.
Yes.
Then that's it.
Then
I
that's
was
it.
having- I'm sorry,
We'll
I'm
just
having
leave
so
it
much
there.
fun.
I'm hungry.
Perfect.
Is it? I'm just. It doesn't even make sense. Like you guys.
I just sucked my girlfriend's dick. It's like what? How could you come to this conclusion?
I mean,
How?
she's pegging a guy with a 7-inch dildo.
Yeah,
like,
is that gay?
A gay guy?
But he's bi.
But he's
They're straight. They're in a
bisexual.
straight
So
relationship.
he fucks dudes?
I've met.
So wait, I just want to make sure this guy.
So
fucks dudes.
That doesn't make her gay
I didn't
because she
say
has
it
a
makes her
boyfriend who
gay.
fucks dudes.
He's
Makes him
fucking
bi-
gay.
It makes him
But he's bisexual.
He's well, that's already been established that he's
If you suck-
bisexual.
if you
So,
suck
so
someone's
hang
dick,
on. If you're bisexual, half of you is straight and half of you is.
But there are
Wait. Half of you is straight and half of you is what? What makes you bi? What is the
Gay.
two? Gay. So the thing is like, yeah, the dick part makes him fucking gay.
Yeah, but I've
Yeah,
also,
that's
but
the
I've
way it
also,
works.
and I'm not gonna lie here and sit here and lie. I've also been with straight men who like to get pegged. They're
Oh,
not
God.
gay.
Oh my
but
god.
that's not what they're talking about.
I'm just trying to.
Have you
say-
been
but-
with straight
but
men
my
who like to
question
get
is-
fucked by
But
dudes?
my question to you is, if a straight man who likes to be pegged, is he considered gay because he likes to be pegged?
Dude,
No,
can we
so-
stick onto the
So
fucking
here, I'll tell
conversation?
you know
Otherwise-
what?
This conversation isn't getting anywhere.
I'll just bite the bullet, right? And say, that's gross, but he's still a heterosexual. He's not doing anything with a male. But now let me ask you the question in reverse, okay? If a man is getting fucked up the ass by his girlfriend's biological penis, is he gay?
Unless she got it changed.
Right.
But we'll just end it.
That conversation wore me the fuck out. I'm so sleepy now. I was having so much fun earlier too. I was laughing. We were having a good time.
Really great time.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's uncomfortable for you to have to confront the fact that you literally think a dude can fuck dudes and they're not gay.
Is it comfortable the fact that you guys think that you can have this conversation when none of us are trans and none of us can actually speak on the
Thank you.
conversation?
Thank
Again,
If you were
I already-
trans, do you think that it would prevent me from speaking to you about this issue?
I think
wish
that I
we
want
would
to
had a
literally
trans person
walk
on
out the
here.
door, but
I
I'm not
wish
going
you really
to.
would.
Look,
I wish you'd follow.
the logic literally doesn't make any sense. Like you.
No,
Just
fuck
because,
logic. Fuck logic. I'm
Yeah,
so
fuck
over this
logic.
conversation. Can we
Same.
move on, please? Because we're not getting anywhere.
Yeah,
we're
but
just
you-
getting.
you
We're both
do-
just getting angry.
No, well, I'm not angry. Are
Look
you
at him.
angry?
He's red as a
I'm
tomato.
frustrated. I'm frustrated because I'm constantly
I'm
getting
frustrated.
interrupted. Literally, you just fucking did it.
Well, you're making no sense.
You're not making any fucking sense.
Then
Can
let's
you
just
stop
agree to
fucking
disagree.
Interrupting? Stop interrupting. It's very simple. Gave you instructions before the show.
Let's just agree to disagree.
So,
Another interruption.
can you stop moving the cup, please? So, look, I don't know else how to say it. There's definitions to words. Male, female, right? You can't change your sex. Two males engaged in a romantic or sexual relationship, it's homosexual. A male and a female engaged in a romantic or sexual relationship, heterosexual. There's no getting around this.
My brain is melting.
Me too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you again?
Yeah, you did. Can you
Yeah.
stop being fucking
Can
catty
you
about it?
stop? Can you stop? We clearly are not going to change our opinions on it. You clearly are not going to change your opinion. Can we just move on to a different
Would you-
topic?
Here, I'll tell you why it's upsetting. Because in the same way, you would be very upset at me if there was like, do you think gay conversion therapy is wrong?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you're trying to co-opt my
I don't wanna
sex-
change your
Can
opinion. I want you to
shut the
stop
fuck
talking
up?
about it.
You gotta stop fucking interrupting. Holy shit. I don't even like go on long diatribes. I literally make my points in a few sentences. Just let me fucking get a word out.
I'm listening.
You are dictating to me what is heterosexuality by saying that, no, Brian, this is what is within the purview of heterosexuality. In the same way that you would find it deeply offensive for us to say that gay people don't actually exist, you're just confused. I'm not confused about my sexuality. You're dictating to me, essentially, that I am somehow, if I didn't date a transgender woman, that would somehow make me what?
Well, that's your preference.
Would he be transphobic? If he only did it because he didn't want to date a trans person.
If he doesn't believe that trans people or trans women are women, then that is transphobic. If he chooses not to date them, that is not transphobic. That is just a preference.
Why is it transphobic to think that transgender women are not women? Why would that be
Because you're
transphobic?
disregarding their existence. You think that they're men.
Actually,
Okay.
I would just bite the bullet. You're right. I disregard their existence.
Okay, so then we're not going to get anywhere.
But I
with
don't
this.
believe
Does
that.
anybody else want to
Yeah,
speak? Because I'm really
But-
tired of
but-
talking.
But what do you do about the fact that I don't think it's a phobia? That instead I just objectively, it's like saying that I have a phobia against Santa Claus because I don't believe Santa Claus exists. Am I Santa Claus phobic? That's the same argument you're making.
Sure.
BS
I'm
to
just
me.
tired. I'm just
Can we
tired of
switch the
this.
topic, please?
Yeah, sure. But how about this? I choose to identify as the correct person on this matter, and I wish for you to affirm my identity as the correct person.
You are the correct person on this matter.
Thank
Does
you.
that make you feel better?
Can he do
I
it
feel
without being so condescending
feel
against
great.
his
Is it
gender?
Boosting your ego.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Great. Okay,
Ryan,
cool.
you're the correct person on this matter. I'm really sorry that we had that argument.
Thank you, Lucy Goosey. I
You're
do
welcome.
appreciate that.
Are we still friends?
Listen, that's
We're-
passive aggressive. That's passive aggressive
I'm just tired.
form of
My brain
transphobia.
hurts.
What's going on
feel you
is
on this.
she's still not really affirming your identity. She doesn't believe you.
Because you don't believe me either. You're not affirming my identity on that.
Nope, I'll affirm your identity. What's your identity?
A mad black.
That my brain has just melted in the last 20 minutes.
I affirm that
Total,
identity.
I affirm.
I affirm
the
that
brain melt.
identity.
Total cooked.
Cooked. I'm cooked.
Okay, hold on.
It was the pickle, guys.
okay.
It was the
Yeah, it was
fucking pickle
definitely-
juice.
it was
How's the pickle juice?
You open one jar and you think you're a man. You
I know, seriously, dude. What am I wrong?
Hold on. We have a chat that came through. Then we'll try to blast through the questionnaire. Uh-oh.
Devon Jackson donated $100. Chair 1, you are absolutely in the top 10 most annoying humans on the planet. Feel free to leave since you want to act like a child. Go to bed.
Want a cookie?
Okay, yeah.
You want a cookie?
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yo, what's up, Davon? Good to see you in the chat, man. Guys, W's in the chat for Davon Jackson. Thank you for the message, man. Appreciate it. Okay, final thing on this topic, 30 seconds, and then we're going to move on, hopefully. This is to Elle, and this is to you, Riley. You guys, to question 18, you said, the question is it wrong to refuse to date a transgender person because they are trans? Now, you actually say no on this, so this is just for you, Elle, and you, Riley. You guys say, yes, it is wrong to refuse to date a transgender person because they are trans.
To be honest with you, I think it's a little bit like, obviously I know you're going to go on this topic of, well, it's just somebody's preference or whatever. But to me, like, I think in my emotional standpoint, I think it's wrong to refuse that because it's kind of like you're neglecting the fact that she is, you look at her as like a transgender woman, so therefore your like narrow-minded ideology is like, oh well, she's a man trapped inside of a woman's body or whatever the case may be, and I think it's a little bit discriminative in my opinion.
Okay.
Well,
Is it discriminatory, very quickly,
yeah.
is it discriminatory for a black man not to want to date a white woman?
I mean,
Yes. 'Cause I feel like race.
Hang on. Can you let her answer?
yeah, I believe that 100%. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna agree with me on this standpoint.
Here, before we get into it, give us your take before we give our response.
Okay, so I feel like it's this. I guess I'm just gonna say it's just disrespectful to. think
Disrespectful?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
To
Why?
think- because it's like you're disregarding, like, I don't know. Never mind.
Judging the book by its
Just
cover.
state
Yeah.
you've barely talked all night. Just state your position.
You got it.
Because and then what you were saying about it's like wrong for like the race part of it, like
Disregard.
I don't know. I'm getting
This questionnaire was asked before Andrew said that.
Yeah, I didn't even
know.
realize you was moving to you.
and I was low-key rushing on that one, so
But what is your position?
I just feel like it's wrong. That's
Why?
all.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. I just think it is.
Okay, so is it
There's
wrong
no
for you to?
wrong answer to
Sure.
that. I
Really
don't
quick
think
for
it's-
both of
I
you.
think it's wrong.
Sure. Is it wrong for you guys to refuse to? Because you said minimum yearly income. You said 70,000. You said what? $1 million? How
No,
much
she
did
said
you?
$1 million. I said 500,000.
Wait, no. She
She
said
said-
7. Didn't you say
she-
7?
I
She said 500K.
$1 million. I said 500,000.
Okay, $500,000, 70,000. Aren't you guys discriminatory? And then when it comes to height, you guys are also discriminatory?
But what was the question about the income? What was the minimum income, right?
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay.
would indicate that you would discriminate against
people under that
anybody
minimum.
below that threshold.
Okay, well then, yeah, I guess I guess I'm discriminating.
Oh, okay.
against
So then
men
what's wrong with it? So you're in the wrong for doing that?
Well, yeah, of course I'm in the,
You're in
wrong,
the
for
wrong.
discriminating a man that makes less than $500,000.
Are you in the wrong?
For,
You have no preferences when it
I
comes
really-
to dating?
I really date anybody. I don't really have a preference.
You've never rejected anybody then? Every single
I have
guy?
because
Oh.
I'm not looking for a relationship, but I haven't rejected
you-
them because of them. I haven't, so
Oh, but you give sexual access to every single man who talks to you?
no,
Why not?
because that's not me.
She has boundaries. There's
I have
boundaries.
like
Okay, what are the boundaries?
I don't like to give my body out because that's something that's
That's fair.
like
But
I literally have 5 bodies at 18. and
Hang
you're
on,
over
that's
here
fair.
talking to me
But let's
like
just say
I'm
this.
Someone with like
if
800.
if you had to sleep with a guy for some reason, right? Would you prefer that he be 6'2" and handsome, or
No.
5'2" and ugly?
I don't
You
care
don't know.
because
Okay.
But so, and L, can you explain why it's wrong?
to me, sorry.
Go ahead. No,
Oh, there was a really long pause, so.
you go ahead.
Oh, because to me, like, never mind. I just love
Okay.
it. Oh my god.
So, to be honest with you, I think regardless of at the end of the day, regardless of the situation, we're all human beings. No matter what, no matter if you're transgender, no matter if you're heterosexual, whatever, we're human beings. I think.
We're also all sloganeers.
What is that? We'll talk about that later. I think it's just, in my opinion, it's wrong because you're sitting here and you are telling a trans woman, well, I mean, obviously it's your preference. If you prefer not to be with a trans woman, go ahead. But if you are going to engage in a conversation with a trans woman and you like kick it,
Oh, holy fuck.
yeah, you have like a conversation with them and it's a really great, amazing conversation, right? But you found out that they're trans and you're like, okay, I'm not going to date you because you're trans.
Oh, how about, okay, you're having a great conversation with a man, and it turns out he's married.
What? But he has like a marital status. I'm talking about a transgender
he's
woman
Islamic.
who's a
He wants-
human being.
Huh?
I'm talking about a transgender woman who's a human
Men
being.
aren't human beings?
So is a man. However.
So then I'm obliged to date them
But
because
this-
they're human?
You're basically telling me that like you're obliged to date a married man. If I were to
No.
okay, but
That's
the
not
opposite.
what I'm saying.
Okay,
you
so
say
then
you're
what
not
are you
obliged to date a married man, just like you're not obliged to date a trans
okay,
woman.
your whole argument was, well, what if you're having a really good conversation with this transgender woman and you thought she was beautiful and this is a great person, and like if it wasn't for the penis, you would probably marry this person and have kids with them, but you find out they have a cock, and then that's the disqualify. Yeah, that's a valid.
Is it before or after their bottom surgery?
Doesn't matter. Well, hold on. Wouldn't it be your position that a transgender woman is a woman, even if she hasn't done any exterior changes? She's still a woman, right?
She's still a woman. If it's on her birth,
okay,
if it's
so
on
what
her
does it
birth
matter?
certificate,
What does it matter?
If it's on her birth certificate and it says female, it has that letter F, then she is legally a female.
No, you can't legally change your. You can't legally change
Yeah,
your
you
sex.
can't change your birth certificate.
You can change your gender. You
You
can't
can do it on
change
your
your.
driver's license, yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't
I-
care. I don't care what kind of woke bullshit the government is doing. That doesn't change. You guys are literally science deniers. You cannot change your sex. Point blank. Period.
But they're
You're
already
male
doing it.
or female.
No,
End
but-
of story.
Well, how? How are they changing their sex?
What is that? Gender
Gender-affirming surgery.
So you say you agree that I'm a human, you're a human.
Yeah.
If I cut off your arm, are you less of a human?
No.
How come?
I'm still a human at the end of the day.
How
It
come?
just
Well,
means
wait,
I
wait.
have a little disability now that my
if I
arm
cut
is
off, if I cut off both your arms, you're still a human.
Well, yes.
What about both your legs?
Yes.
What about your torso too?
Yes.
What if all that's left is a head?
I'm still a human because I still have.
What if?
It's my.
What if?
Sorry.
What if you lose all your arms, your legs, and your torso, and all you have left is a head, but no eyes, no mouth, no nose, no ears? Are you still human?
I mean, if my brain is still working and I can like talk.
So a human is a brain.
A human is. I mean, a human. This is flesh. Like we're flesh. I'm human,
Yep,
right?
I agree.
Okay. I think that it is incredibly like inconsiderate if you are just going to disregard one. Like, I'm not even going to bring up race because that's a different topic.
But hang on. My question is just this. You, right now,
Yeah.
you're a woman, right?
Yes,
Okay, you're a female.
of course,
Okay. If all of you were gone except your head, would you still be a female?
of course.
Why?
Well, by my hair. I mean, if they took my hair off, by my facial structure, by my lips.
No.
By my
So your
the
hair and your
skull.
lips make you a woman?
I mean,
Wait, my brother
That's
has long hair. Is
crazy.
he a woman?
Like makeup, that makes you a woman?
No.
I mean,
The way you
being
look?
I mean, what is woman to you? Because obviously,
An adult
like,
human female.
Lucy, is it okay to beat up somebody because they're a bigot?
I don't think anyone should enact violence on anybody.
Do you think violence, like for example, what if somebody's ideology you determine is so repugnant it warrants violence? Like for
I would
example,
not
do you think
determine that.
Nazis should be like punched in the face?
I think.
they committed a crime.
Just answer the question.
What?
Just answer the question.
But there maybe is some kind of rehabilitation therapy that they can go through to not become bigoted.
So
I don't like
you don't hold
violence.
this position, right? You don't hold this position, but there's two women at this panel that hold that it's wrong for a man to refuse to date a transgender woman because she's trans, right? That is literally an attack on heterosexuality. And as somebody who's straight and who's a heterosexual, yeah, that is concerning when there's going to be groups of people who are going to try to, maybe they won't try violence, but they're going to try to cancel you because you refuse to date somebody with a penis. That's literally their position. Do you understand why?
That's not my
why this is
position
an
or my
issue
stance.
and why we're combating against what I view as like radical extremism and essentially your cohort of people is trying to say you're wrong, you're a bigot if you refuse to have sex with somebody who has a penis.
I didn't say that.
I'm not saying that's your position, and I don't think that's most like trans activist position, but there are some who like move forward this position, and I think it's like can be like incredibly potentially risky if we start telling like swaths of like liberal progressives that, oh, you should go cancel this person, you should try to ruin their career, or you should try to actually do physical violence to them.
I don't think that's the right answer, of course.
Right, but like you were saying it's transphobic to say that a transgender woman is not a woman. One step beyond that is it's wrong to not date a trans woman because she's trans. I know that's not your position, but that's going to be like, look at how much the Overton window has shifted. That could be the very next cascading effect of like the way this is going. You're a bigot as a man, and it warrants cancellation, a ruining of your career, or even physical violence if you won't fuck a woman with a cock.
Well, I just don't think that should be the way. But I am curious to why you think that trans people exist. Do you think that they just inherently exist?
Gender dysphoria.
Okay, absolutely. Okay.
So
I don't think that it's the intention of most trans people to deceive. I don't think that that is their intention. I think that they want to be viewed as the gender that they believe that they are. And I think that that's maybe why some of them are still, like those who identify as straight, why they try to pursue a straight relationship. Do I think that they should be upfront about that? Yes, that's what we've decided. Do I think that it makes them any less straight? No. But do I think that I understand why you might think that way? Yes. Because your opinion is that you don't even view them as women in the first place. So why would you think it's straight? But I do. So it's like, these people, they just want to be seen and heard for who they are.
Thank you.
And so that's just what I'm trying to affirm for them is if this person really strongly believes and they're willing to go through all of this, like this, not violence, but this verbal, I guess, kind of discourse. I don't know if I would even call it abuse, but like just verbal discourse, constantly being told every day that you are not valid for who you are. Like it just sucks to have to be in that position. I don't think that anybody should be condemned for their opinion because you have every right to your opinion. In America, we have free speech. But I do think that my opinion will not change based on what you have said today.
should children be able to take puberty blockers?
Absolutely not. I think that, well, actually, it's such a tough call, and I think it's a case-by-case basis. I think that there should be a cutoff. I think that there definitely are instances of people that have detransitioned. Is that most cases? No. Do you know how many trans people exist in the United States?
Isn't it less than 1%?
It's less than 1%. So it's like, and out of that 1%, the amount of people that transition underage is like 0 point.
That's not
something
true
like
at
that.
all. I had several
Can I ask you-
friends.
I mean, like fully transitioned, like hormone block
Yes.
surgery.
Can I ask
Yes,
you-
I knew several
can
people
I-
in high school and middle school that took hormone blockers and got top surgery before they were 18.
Okay, well, I'm not their parents.
Just a very quick
Yeah,
question.
please.
It'll be over in a sec. Very quickly. Have you ever slept with a trans person with bottom surgery, and would you?
No, I haven't, but I would.
You would, but you haven't.
I have not. I don't know a lot of trans people personally, but it doesn't mean I can deny their right to existence.
But you would sleep with one that had bottom surgery.
I would
do
sleep
you-
with a trans person, period.
Yeah. But wait. There's a difference between.
Well, I'm in a unique situation because I like both male and female
yeah,
genitals.
I know, but even then, there's a distinction between somebody who has a removed penis and then one of the colon surgeries, and that's what it is. They pull the colon down
Okay.
towards this wound which is created.
Right. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with lesbian sex, but there is
I don't know if
something
you're-
that
I
is
don't know.
used that is
I
not
don't
part
think
of
a
the
straight
body.
man knows about lesbian sex.
Well, no, but that's what I'm trying to say is like there's always instances that are going to be. I mean, you've never used toys in the bedroom with your wife. Like, there's always something that comes in that is not like built into us. So what is it any different? You using a vibrator on your wife and someone using
No,
something that
I
came
never
in.
have.
Oh.
But this aside,
but you know, you kind of see where I'm coming
but this
from.
aside, do you realize that there's a distinction between that and a removed penis with a gaping wound where they pull the colon down? Would you stick your
Absolutely.
tongue in that?
If I don't think that they'd like it. I don't know if
Okay.
there's.
No, maybe have a
I'll let it
sensation
roll.
of
Literally
feel
an
here
open
and there.
wound. I feel like that would hurt.
Big Sass Energy donated